beautiful morning and welcome to SEM-TV Morning Pulse, your daily heartbeat of reliable news and vibrant entertainment. From Port Harcourt to the world, we bring you the stories that matter, the conversations that inspire, and the energy you need to power your day. So, wherever you're watching from, wake up, Morning Pulse, and let's get your day started.
It's a beautiful morning and yet another time for us to bring you up to date with what is happening in the world. Glad to welcome you again this beautiful Monday, the 18th day in the month of May 2026. And a lot of us just behind the scene were saying, it looks like May's really running fast or literally flying. Before you know it, it would be coming to an end of the month of May. 5 months already gone in the year 2026. And I'd like to ask a couple of questions, especially for those of us who are very interested and very intentional about keeping quarterly records and review of the new year promises and resolutions of what we intended to do, what plans we had for the year 2026. How far have you gone in achieving and actualizing all of those set goals, dreams, and aspirations? But that's a question for another day. My name is Francis Oyimaidet. I'm excited to welcome you on board Wake Up World. Of course, the generality of the segments that we have, talking about some TV morning polls. I have with me an adorable personality who is a new catch. You know, when we men, we find a new chick in the Nigerian street parlance, somebody that has swept us off our feet and we want to start, chasing, we say we don't find new catch. So if you don't understand pidgin, well, that's the version of the Nigerian street language. Regardless, I have a new coach joining me on set today, and her name is Queen, but I'll let her introduce herself. Good morning, and welcome to Morning Pulse.
Good morning, Francis. My name is Bariswa Christian Wiga.
Forget about what I said earlier.
I hope you know you're no longer in the market.
As far as the Nigerian Constitution is concerned,
please don't even start that.
there are no limitation as to the number of wives I can marry.
I thought you were different.
Well, I'm different.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm different. I
Okay.
still believe in the Bible, And the last time I checked, David had many wives.
That's
and
Old
concubines.
Testament. Why are you like this? Anyway, I'm not going to be one of those. Because I just want one man for myself, and that is it. Nothing more, nothing less.
I totally agree with you. I mean, one man, one woman is more than enough stress and one trouble. But there are some of us who believe that we should have more.
Do you?
The more the merrier.
Do you?
I don't know. I think I'll have to check back in the next 10 years and see how, dealing with one wife and one being a one-woman man is doing for me. And then I'll decide whether or not I want to switch.
I'll let you be.
Yeah, definitely. So two things celebrated globally today. One is International Museum Day. The other is International HIV Awareness, HIV Vaccine Awareness Month. And the last time that I checked, Nigeria is still a country with one of the world's highest number of HIV disease burden. When you spread it to the states, even though my state is still, fighting against the statistics released by the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics about the HIV burden. Benue states and other states of the Federation have their own norms and peggings, but just yesterday on Twitter, I read a certain blogger, influencer, was stigmatized as a result of, being an HIV disease carrier. The story has it, is a strong advocate on social media, Instagram, Twitter, for HIV and AIDS, speaking against stigmatization, advocating for proper care, advocating for the rights of people living with HIV and AIDS. And he stepped into a bar, and of course, he was easily recognized. And instead of being given a glass to have his drink, he was given a disposable plastic cup. And then he questioned why he was given that. The waiter said they had run out of glass, And then he insisted, as a result of that, somebody came out from the management and said, look, you don't expect us to give you a glass. You want to infect everybody.
Oh my God.
And that takes my mind back to when we were little. when HIV and AIDS came out, I don't know if you encountered it, but we were told that even if you shake somebody,
Oh, that's true. I heard that.
handshake, you will get infected.
Yes.
A hug, you get infected. Just getting close. So the moment you hear or you see somebody who is becoming lean all of a sudden, the first thing her mind ran to was that this person is HIV infested, and so
Okay.
we had to keep a distance. But over time, awareness, sensitization, different campaigns have told us and made us understand, medical sciences generally, that you don't get infected just by socializing, by, being close to somebody who is an HIV and AIDS patient. But by sharing needles and unsterilized equipment or by blood transfusion, definitely something must happen that allows you and the infected person to share fluid between, or body fluids, let me put it rightly, body fluids before you can get infected. This clearly is another case of stigmatization, and I feel like, today being a day where we are conversing for awareness for people to continue to get vaccinated, is a day for us to remind us that stigmatization is another way of killing somebody long before that person is even, buried.
I think Nigeria just have their own way of accepting things, if you ask me, because some persons are well educated, but still, if they hear you're a HIV patient, you see them running away from you. Some even plead the blood and all of whatever, the blood of Jesus.
Blood of Jesus?
You can relate to this. You know what I'm talking about. So it's actually a scary part of Nigeria, because imagine a world where someone will stay, let's say a child, a boy or a grown-up man of 27 years old doesn't know his status.
That is a crazy society, but
Someone even 45 years doesn't even know his status. You say, I know myself. That is a Nigerian pidgin, like, I know myself, I know if you catch him.
okay.
And you don't even protect yourself. Now, stigmatization is something that actually happened to a lot of people, be it educated or uneducated. Because the way the Nigerians, let's say the Niger, or some persons in Nigeria, they will react, just like you said, giving someone a plastic cup, all for what? How will he get infected using a glass cup? One is not broken. He doesn't have any injury.
Maybe
There's no blood stain.
the fear there, he might have wounds in his mouth, so when he uses the glass, it can spread to other users. But then that raises the question for me. If you say giving somebody your glass in a public place will result in other people getting infected with HIV and AIDS, you're telling me that your hygienic condition is very poor.
It is.
Because there are detergents or things used in washing that should be able to, get the common germs, the common things off from the glass that you're giving.
True.
And in the worst case scenario, doing away with one glass after giving it to one customer wouldn't hurt anybody.
But if you're well enlightened, you should know that there is no way you get infected by sharing glass with an HIV patient. But it's not possible.
Don't you think this is another issue? The lack of government's awareness, because for a while now, I've been part of advocacy for, against stigmatization of, people living with HIV and AIDS.
Okay.
And one of the greatest challenges we have is that we don't have a strong law in place as far as the Nigerian society is concerned. I've had instances where people were denied jobs simply because they were HIV positive.
Let me ask you a question. Let me take it from you. Let's say you're in a place where you can employ people, give people job, and some member or a member of your team that's very strong, qualified, comes to you in confidence that I'm HIV positive. What would you do?
What would I do? First off, let me give the basics.
Okay.
Being HIV positive doesn't mean you're not educated. It doesn't mean you're not enlightened. It doesn't mean you're not capable and competent enough to handle your job responsibilities.
True.
It doesn't mean you're not going to be able to perform if given that role. So there are no justification. There is absolutely no reason to panic and no reason to not give you the job. So I am going to give you your job.
How many Nigerians have this mentality?
A couple of people, or let me say a lot of Nigerians may have, or let me not insult the people who think rightly. A lot of
Okay.
Nigerians have the
Okay.
mindset. It's just that we find the crazy, group of Nigerians amongst us always making the loudest noise. Because if you go on the
They're
comment
always
section,
loud to start with.
yeah, if you go on the comment section of that post, you would find people screaming insult on the young man. And you ask the question, of these people screaming, how many of them even know their HIV status?
Same question I asked.
And how many of them would be comfortable if the shoes were given to them to wear?
Some
Or their
Nigerians,
family
some of them
friends?
even feel HIV is spiritual. It's laughable, right? I tell you, I've been in a place where like, okay, you need to go check your status. No, I'm a Christian. I am covered by the blood. Like, what is
Hallelujah!
going on here? This is not blood transfusion. So what's going on? So I think the level of sensitization about this particular stuff is not, is not at that place. I respect. It's still very shallow. I think the government need to do more, and we as individuals need to do more, not just the government. Some persons stay year to year, they don't know their status. Some don't even know their genotype. I don't want to drag that in to start with. So before we push blame to the government, I think we need to check ourselves.
Well, it's a collective responsibility, I
Okay.
must say. One, we have responsibility as an individual,
Very
each and every
correct.
one of us, and then the government. But if we have a government legislation, a law in place, a functional law, an implementable law in place, it is going to go a long way. Because, for instance, what we are saying, under what law can the young man, go after the people who are stigmatizing him? There is no such law in most states. I know that there have been a move across some states of the federation to initiate and institute laws that seeks to prevent stigmatization, seeks to
Okay.
protect the rights of people living with HIV and AIDS. And then you raise another valid concern, issues of awareness. I mean, the United States of America before now were the ones supporting us across, especially with vaccines. And now that Donald Trump came in and said, look,
Yeah,
we have been Father Christmas for way too long, let's put an end to some of those things. Unfortunately, the Nigerian government has not been able to, rise up to the responsibility. So vaccines are high in terms of prices. Medication is also another challenge for people living with HIV and AIDS. I feel like today we should tell the government, and I'm speaking to the government of the Federation, the coordinating Minister of Health, Ali Pate. It's about time for us to really pay critical attention to things that must be addressed. HIV and AIDS, some of us may have contacted it without intentionally being involved in promiscuity, because that used to be the tag. Once you get HIV, you say, oh, you were promiscuous as a woman, or you were promiscuous
And
as a man. But we forget that for persons who do not have, personal haircut equipment, you don't have your clippers, you can get to contact it in a place where sterilizing this equipment are not properly
or
done.
even going to the female salon.
Women going to
Okay.
the salon.
Okay.
I see people doing pedicures and manicures by the roadside with no
Oh
disrespect
my
meant for
God.
their
Now
bookies or our
that.
brothers who do this by the roadside. But you ask how many of these people are able to sterilize the equipment they're using or the tools they're using to work on you.
Is that a conversation you want to have now?
Well, I'm just putting that out there. Well, these are
Because
all concerns
I'm
that we need to
telling you.
consider.
Okay.
Yeah, these are all concerns that we need to consider. But above all, as a person, as an individual, I think we all need to be a lot more human in our dealings with each other. Today, I might be the one, you're calling HIV and AIDS carrier. Tomorrow, you might be the one. So
Never
ask
can
yourself,
tell.
if the tables turned and you're in my place and I'm in your place and I were to dish out what you're dishing out to me, what would be your reaction? And will you be able to stand it? And that's where I'll leave it. But on the other side, talking about the International Museum Day, going back to promoting our awareness about our historical origin, the things that are in the museum. I mean, I think the first museum I visited was the Calabar Museum, where I had the one in a lifetime experience of going through what, slave trade used to be like, or what it meant,
Yeah.
and it was an electrifying, or should I say, very disturbing moment for me to know that in Africa, we were part and parcel of, you know, the slave history, selling our brothers and our sisters, going into war to conquer our brothers and sisters in other tribes just so we can sell them off to the Europeans. It's a day for us to remind ourselves about our history, our ancestry, our origin, and the most critical things and important things that have been locked away in museums that we might never get to experience unless we visit a museum. So I'm saying maybe after the show, I'll take Queen out for a visit to one of the museums. I don't know how many is in existence at the time.
I would really love it. But speaking of museum, and to start with museum, you talked about history. You visited Cross River State and the whole slave trade and the rest of it. I think in light of that, a lot of stuff that we boast about is actually going into extinction. If you ask me,
Exactly.
like, how many of our children can actually use their dialects to count the alphabet? Or to even read
That is a
1, 2, 3,
long
or read the
conversation
alphabet
you
to start
don't
with.
want to
No,
kickstart this
exactly,
morning.
that's what I'm saying.
It's
So
a long conversation.
It's we really need to go home, think about this, and do what is necessary. Growing up, my dad would say, "Today is museum day. Let's go visit." I love the good old days.
Hallelujah.
I do
somebody.
love the good old days. But
She
now,
loves. She loves.
social media is
So you no longer
good.
love.
No,
You still love.
okay. All my memories are intact with me.
Okay.
You know, growing up those days where there are no social media, no phones, and it was beautiful. I mean, I'm not saying all of those gadgets are not necessary. They are. They make life beautiful to start with, but
they're replacing something that is more
A lot.
deeper, a lot deeper than what social media offers.
Tell you.
I totally agree with you. But the Gen Zs and
They can't
some
relate.
of the Gen Z-minded millennials might not be able to relate.
you.
Regardless, it's a day of celebration, and we urge you to find time, make out time, visit some museum, you know, within your locality, or even travel to another state to have an experience. You can go with your lover, with your spouse, the whole family trip can be planned, you know, and go have some quiet fun,
time.
you know, reminiscing about the history and past things that have happened, not just within Nigeria, but, you know, across the continent of Africa. But we'll take a quick pause here. Of course, you know, Morning Pulse is the long series, and we are bringing you a segment, the Wake Up World segment. And of course, Vera Phillips is standing by to take us from the weather report, telling you what you need to plan and how you need to prepare your day in terms of the weather and what to expect, and particularly guide you on how to have a successful day without getting into problems with the, you know, unpredictable weather conditions. We'll take a short pause, and when we come back, Vera will be with you. Stay with us.
You are.
What is the matter?
I feel a little low.
I know what could help. Send TV Morning Pulse. It's a good day to shine on SEM TV Morning Pulse.
Hey. Wake up, go shine. Go shine, go shine. Morning light, here we go. New day rising, feel the flow. From your world to what's ahead. Every story being said. Feel the rhythm, feel the call. We bring the moment, we bring it all. Wake up, go shine. Step into your light, your time. Feel the world come alive. SEM TV, rise and shine. Wake up, go shine. From the streets to the skyline. Every moment, every line. SEM TV, go shine. Shine. Go shine, go shine. Go shine, go shine. Go shine, go shine. From your health to what is new, from the trends to global views, where the roads and where to go. Markets moving, let it show. Feel the rhythm, feel the call. We bring the moment, bring it up. Wake up, go shine. Step into your light, your time. Feel the world come alive. SEM TV, rise and shine. Wake up, go shine. From the streets to the skyline. Every moment, every line. SEM TV, go shine.
Still feeling low?
No, SEM Morning Pulse was just what I needed.
Connecting everybody.
What's on your mind today? The goal by Victor Osimhen was amazing.
The economy. Isn't that what's on everybody's mind?
I would like to see more women in positions of authority.
If you heard and saw it from SEM TV, you can take it to the bank. SEM TV, your reliable source of news, information, and entertainment.
The birthing of something new, African, Nigerian. Our vision is to become a leading and trusted television network in Africa and beyond, delivering credible news, inspiring stories, and engaging entertainment that informs, empowers, and connects communities. SEM TV, from Africa to the world.
This is SEM TV, reliable news and entertainment.
Worried about the state of your world? Need better and broader ideas? Stay tuned to SEM TV 24/7. Always thinking possibilities. SEM TV, reliable news and entertainment.
This is SEM TV, reliable news and entertainment.
Is it time? I can't wait to see it.